Hello, and welcome to another recording of my podcast. Once again, please excuse the beeps, and you'll probably hear like some sort of cell phone noise as I am updating the software on my DoorDash phone, which is this budget Android phone that's not very good, but it works for me when I'm doing my door dashing. So the last two recordings, there was a strong Christian spiritual focus. This one, I don't want to talk about that kind of stuff. I will talk about memories, but I won't look at them through a spiritual lens or be repenting them in any way. What I want to talk about is there's the noise. Dungeons and Dragons, really, it's a 20-sided die RPG system that you play on a tabletop. Like, you need the books and everything, whatever. Cool. The module I play is the Pathfinder version 1 module. And once again, I really like it. I have a lot of good memories about it. But why I want to talk about it relates to this book I bought on game mastering. It isn't like the Pathfinder version 1 Game Master's Guide. It's not that. It's just this general book about, being the game master or dungeon master, if you will. And I was reading it, and there was this section in it called Dispelling Myths. I believe that's the second chapter of the books. Dispelling Myths about game mastering. And one of the myths was that you, as the game master, are playing against the players. In reality, you're collaborating with them. That's the game's point. And for the most part, I agree. If you're trying to tell a story through the game, you need to collaborate. You don't need to go in there and go, okay, TPK, which stands for Total Party Kill, for the uninitiated. You should make it tough, but not easy or impossible. And for the most part, I agree with that. If you're trying to tell a story, this is my point. If you're trying to tell a story, that you should collaborate more with the players. However, in something like you've made a mega dungeon, yeah, play against them. Play against them. But don't, go into, outright legalism when you're playing against them. And that's where I go to the story that I want to talk about, the memories of Dungeons and Dragons that I have, or Pathfinder, sorry. Okay, so I started out in Pathfinder. They're playing. My friends were playing a campaign, kind of like any rock band. They were just missing a drummer. They had the They had the guitar player, they had the bass player, they had the vocalist, but they didn't have the drummer. They had gone through, I want to say, 2 fourth players, like maybe 3, but definitely 2. And I was just randomly asked by one of my friends, who's my current roommate. He asked me, because we would do these hypothetical questions that would turn into these like choose your own adventure stories. He would ask me, he asked me, why don't you play D&D? Because D&D is essentially this. And I don't know, I just succumbed to it. I just said, yeah, sure, I'll give it a shot. I'll give it a whirl. Awesome. And out of nowhere, I'm playing D&D. I played a Null cleric that was chaotic neutral, and I was of the loss domain, which had this really cool ability that like made this aura where people wouldn't remember what you were doing, like their minds were totally vacuous while they were within the aura. And we like robbed this shop blind, using that ability, me and my roommate. But I played the campaign. It was a pre-made campaign where these drow, which are these elf type people that live underground, were trying to block the sun out, so it would be the planet would be enshrouded in permanent darkness, and they would be able to live on the surface again. And so we were trying to stop them, and we ended up finishing the campaign. The GM was really cool. He was really flexible, sometimes too flexible, and we played the game and we loved it. We finished it. It was awesome. I have a great attachment to that character, that Null cleric, to this day, because I made him like I kind of gave him like this archetypical mafia enforcer personality, and he was like really good at intimidating people, and we got all these intimidating feats that were really, really effective in combat. Like I could intimidate somebody and nauseate them, which limited like what they could do. Like I think they could only take a 5-foot step or something like that, and then I'd bash them with a club of bleeding. And it was like, I was really effective. And we were able to finish that campaign. We stopped the redarkening, as it was called, or as me and my roommate call that campaign. I don't know what the name of the pre-made campaign actually is, but we stopped the redarkening and finished the campaign. Then there was a pirate campaign called Skulls and Shackles, and from what my roommate and my friends that were in the campaign, because I wasn't in that campaign at the beginning, what they were saying was they were giving like a really good rendition of what was going on they were explaining what was going on in the party, and I was like, I really wanted to be in that campaign, but they didn't want they didn't have room for me. And then the GM, who was a player in the previous campaign, he graciously invited me in, and I joined that campaign, and I made a goblin ninja that was primarily a archer. And as my roommate helped me craft the character, in his mind he goes, this is going to be one of the worst characters, it's not going to be effective, it's just stupid. And then we play, I make my debut, they're attacking this ship, and my guy is a stowaway on the ship. He's trying to steal things from the cargo or something, and he sees that's being attacked by pirates, so he helps the pirates, because I said, I made an executive decision, I thought you guys were going to win, so I joined you. That was just basically my reason for joining the campaign. And or not the campaign, the pirate crew. And so I get on the crew, and we do this. We do the basic things of I get to meet the NPCs, these really oppressive captains and whatnot, and they send us out. They send me and the rest of the party out to find fresh water on this island. And what happened on the island was just a bunch of brutal combat that we narrowly escaped without dying. And this comes to where I have an issue with the GM, and I'm gonna try not to insult him. It's just different philosophies. I guess he's more legalistic, and I'm not. So even though he kind of throws legalism out the window with this first thing he does, altering the campaign. So our main support character who was this alchemist, Vanara, which is a monkey person, and one of his formulae for his alchemist was a shield potion, and he would give his shield potions to a monk who was very much a glass cannon. He just wasn't built balanced, and without the shield potion, he is not that fearsome of a PC. You wouldn't be scared of him or whatever. But with the shield potion, he's effective. He's significantly more effective. However, the game master, he goes, I'm gonna have to ban shield potion. And we're like, why? Because it was a bizarre thing. He goes, well, it makes the monk a unstoppable tank, and I can't really do anything about it, so I'm just gonna ban shield potions. And that did a lot of damage to our party. Like, I'm not gonna lie. That did a lot of damage to our party. Because he goes, oh, like, shield potions, are just part of the game. That I didn't really see it as breaking the game. I mean, it was going to get us through the early game, sure, and he could expend the shield potion, or you could modify a fight to where somebody dispels the shield potion. But random encounter B on the way to a dungeon mid-boss does not have to be a potentially lethal encounter. It just doesn't. It's kind of silly for it to be a lethal encounter in reality, but you know, that's just a difference in philosophy, I guess. So we go to play. We go to play the next session, and we kind of get through. We kind of get through it barely, but you know, we end up taking control of the ship that I was hiding on, and we go rogue. We become officially pirates, and we start raiding ships for the next couple of sessions, and the GM goes, we tell the GM we want a tougher challenge, and the tougher challenge, like, there's a manticore on this boat, and that's a very powerful monster, and we narrowly beat the ship with the manticore on it. But we're like, okay, so that's an interesting way of upping the difficulty. Game Master, kind of curious, but I should have taken it as a warning sign. So the next thing that happens is we go to some random island. And there's this monster. It's called the Canopy Creeper, and it kills me and my roommate's character and the monk, who was not playing, but we were kind of using his character as a sort of meat puppet. And we died, and we were upset about it, and we accepted it. And so me and my roommate, we make 2 new characters. Like, he makes a witch that's like a tengu, which is like a bird, crow, raven monster or whatever. And I make a dwarf fighter tactician. And the tactician ability, or archetype, in Pathfinder allows for you to give nearby allies benefits of your teamwork feats, even if they don't have the teamwork feat. I went when we made these characters, we were kind of fixing problems within the party. We had an alchemist who is sort of a de facto healer, and we had a bard. It's really kind of more of a professional, and like we lost our melee tank, who was the monk, and we never had an arcane caster, except maybe you could maybe consider the alchemist an arcane caster, but it's a bit of a stretch. So my roommate, he made a witch, which is an arcane caster, and I made a dwarf fighter to take on the role of melee tank. And we go into this dungeon. It's an underwater dungeon. Right away, my roommate's character proves very useful in that he gives the entire party water breathing, so we can breathe underwater in this underwater dungeon. And that's good. I'm going to pause for a minute to take a bathroom break. I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. One of the downsides of keeping adequate hydration is that you have to go to the restroom a lot more. So, back to the story. So we go into this underwater dungeon, and we're facing these monsters called Sahagins, which are these like 7 foot tall fish people. Like they're like piranhas or something. And there's one like there's like 2 instances where my tactician ability like helped us survive that battle, or survive 2 battles in that thing. There was a trap which allowed everybody to use the reflex save of the best person, like which prevented a disaster. I think that's what happened. And then there was one that gave us flanking bonuses that helped us like kind of squad wipe a group of Saugans. So we get out of that, and we get out of that whole thing. And this, by the way, this character was the first character I built without any help. Like, this was from my understanding of the game. So we get out of that dungeon, and the GM, he says, I don't like that tactician ability. I'm gonna have to limit your use to like once per day, and with one other person. And I go, okay, so you completely nerfed me. Got it. And then there was like some ability that my roommate's witch did called Cackle. I don't exactly remember what Cackle did. And I'm going to do a part 2 of this later. But I did... He basically... he said you can't use Cackle. It's broken. And it was the only effective ability of the witch class. So once again, he's completely nerfed both of our characters. And then, in the coming days, it's revealed that he ran the canopy creeper fight wrong. That's what's been revealed. And he goes, I'll let one of you come back. He let my roommate's character come back. He didn't want my goblin ninja to come back because, like, my goblin ninja was very good, and he didn't want, like, that level of effectiveness back. However, me and my roommate's character was also a fighter, and his thing was he would blind people, and that would open up opportunities for sneak attacks from my goblin archer. And he would just say he, like, throws sand in people's faces, like Yokozuna from the WWF. Like, his manager would throw, like, that sumo salt, whatever, in people's eyes. And my roommate was doing that, and he had the feat, like, that would allow him to use improvised weapons. And the GM, he goes, well, you can't do that because if you're carrying it around all the time, it's not an improvised weapon. And he goes, there's no practical reason to carry around a bag of sand. And lo and behold, we found, like, a few reasons. Like, one is a counterweight for something, or to help hold something down or whatever. And, you know, but the GM, he wasn't having it. He was like, you can't blind people by throwing sand in their eyes. I'm not going to have it. And we said, whatever. So, another ability being taken away. And that's the problem. He was looking at the campaign as a game of winners and losers, when it's really just a storytelling game. Now, if he had made a mega dungeon and was like, every floor is going to be the most ferocious battle that you will face, like each battle more ferocious than the last, by all means, look at it as a game of winners and losers. But he wasn't really doing that. He was trying to tell a story, and the thing is he effectively ended the campaign by being so legalistic and rigid. And it's sad. I'm not going to condemn this guy. I do want to have my roommate talk about D&D on one of these in the future. And if you want to hear that guy get buried, just hear it from my roommate. You'll get more than what you want if you want to hear the GM get buried. But he looked at it as a game of winners and losers, when in reality the only way to win is to have fun, and the only way to lose is to not have fun. And he made us all losers. We won sometimes, because sometimes it was fun. I do have fond memories of that campaign. I don't want to get into all of them because I want to have my roommate come on the show and talk some Dungeons and Dragons. But you know, that's him. That's hopefully further on down the line. I'm just gonna keep recording these because I think they're really helping me. And I'm gonna keep recording these podcasts or audio journals. And I'm about to start my shift. And for that, I'll probably listen back to this. And then upload it after work when I get home. And then make another one after work. That's what I want to do. And if you listen to this, thank you.